I'd like to thank everyone who has done the reading and who we will hear reading to make this candlelight service at Christmas. I'd just like to draw our thoughts together now in peace, the peace of this time. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Daniel and Hannah are still dealing with the fallout about choosing which two households to bubble with over the festive season. An exercise as doable as fitting a PlayStation 5 into a stocking without ripping it. Meanwhile, Donna is tearing her hair out over the future of her cafe that she opened 3 years ago. To keep propping it up with her own cash, or does she hang up her apron and call it a day? Then there's Bob, tearing over Zoom as he shares with his home group how he's not been able to see his granddaughter for 9 months. They long for the wonderful Counselor, mighty God, everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, about whom Isaiah spoke. They need this Prince of Peace, not just in the big, but in the small, in the concrete, in the particular. As Isaiah looked back in time, he saw the promise God made to David in 2 Samuel chapter 7, that a great king from David's line would rule on his throne forever. Isaiah then looked forward with hope to a time when the dream would become reality, when justice and righteousness would be the default setting for all living under the reign of this ruler, this Messiah. At this time of year, we remember that this Messiah has indeed come. We marvel at and sing about the vastness of who he is and all that he has accomplished for us and our world. We thank him that he sweated the big stuff. But we remember too that the weighty title he bears and the peace he brings is not just some grand victory out there. Peace brought about by Jesus, who became a small baby in a small family, in a small home, in a small town, in a small nation, on the fringe of a huge empire. It's peace brought about by Jesus, who taught from a real fishing boat, healed real eyes and limbs, shed real bread and fish. It's peace brought about by Jesus, who sat with particular people in particular places, in particular situations. For our Prince of Peace does not struggle to make time for our small in the midst of his big. Our great King delights to work out his big peace in and through our small. So this Christmas, in our small family gatherings, in your front line, may you know his great presence, the Prince of Peace.